Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has a huge issue. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen this coming or if I certainly didn't see this coming. But I think it's because we also didn't have a lot of knowledge on the game beforehand. We had a lot, but we didn't know how certain characters would be in game. As always, let me go ahead and get this out the way. It's your boy Greed coming at y'all another video. As y'all can see from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Yajirobe in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, I know it's been going around for the past few days. Ever since the game actually launched, people have been finding out different things about the game and different like cool stuff or whatever, right? But learning the mechanics, all of that. Actually, by the way, I'm going to make more videos pertaining to the mechanics. I actually want to help a lot of players out and show y'all some of the ropes, because I've been doing a pretty good job myself. I've played the previous Tenkaichi games. I've also played Rage and Blast, the Rage and Blast series. So I definitely want to help other people out, so then we can all, like, you know what I'm saying, grind and just have some really good fights, so people don't feel like they need to resort to weird stuff to win. I don't know, like spamming like super attacks and stuff. Like, I know people loves to do that. And like, I know UI has some unblockables, you know. Just everybody can learn how to play the game, man. Everybody don't gotta be like what they call them, a cheap player. But that's not what this video is about. Like I said, I'm gonna make later videos talking about that stuff. That's gonna be a whole nother thing in itself. I'm here to talk about Yajirobe. Now, Yajirobe went completely under the radar. Wasn't nobody thinking about him until recently, right? I don't know if y'all have seen it. I personally haven't ran into it. I'm probably gonna get jinxed and run into it eventually, but Yajirobe is insane, and people have been taking him on rank from what I've heard. I've been seeing pictures on Twitter. Like, people have literally changed their entire teams on how they were gonna play the game because everyone has found out that Yajirobe is so OP. Now, y'all are probably thinking, like, what makes Yajirobe so OP? Like, Yajirobe, out of all Dragon Ball characters, you would think it'd be Beerus, you would think it'd be Whis. No, it's Yajirobe, y'all. You would think it'd be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but it's Yajirobe. Everybody was expecting super armor, all this other stuff to be the main issue in the game, and it's not. That stuff is literally nothing. It's quite literally just Yajirobe, y'all. I have a video, I have gameplay of me fighting my friends, and one of my friends named Thunder Mills, he picked Yajirobe, and he was actually like doing it to a lot of us in our group with that Yajirobe team, and we were just trying to figure out how to beat it. Because I personally, like, Thunder Mills said, low-key, this is kind of cheap, I'm gonna switch off of him. I'm like, nah, bro, we need to figure out how to beat this. You know what I'm saying? So from the footage I got my boy Reborn fighting him first. This is already after like a few like L's, like losing to that team, right? He had Yajirobe, Gogeta from Fusion Reborn movie, and then I think his last character was like Tien or something, I can't remember. That's a pretty solid team though, especially when y'all find out what Yajirobe can do. If y'all are already aware of what Yajirobe can do, then y'all would know why that's a really good team. I saw somebody on Twitter pick Yajirobe, Birder, and Beerus. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's insane. But I'm about to get into why Yajirobe is so OP, and I do have 3 reasons why I think, or 3 different things I think they could change about Yajirobe that could actually help out, you know, the whole him being too OP type of thing, right? Okay, so Yajirobe has a skill move called Sensu Bean. It's pretty self-explanatory what that move is. He eats a Sensu Bean, right? But here's the crazy part about it. He eats a Sensu Bean and get all of his health back. You're probably thinking like, alright, that's whatever. But considering like all the nice defensive mechanics that they have in this game, if you're just really good at using those, or you just know how to time them at certain times, you can quite literally knock somebody away, use the Sensu Bean technique, and just get all your health back. You could just rinse and repeat that. And the reason why I say you could rinse and repeat that is because Yajirobe recovers health like none other. Like, not health, but his skill meter. I think that's what the blue meter is called. His skill, yeah, it is called skill meter. His skill meter goes up super fast, y'all. I mean, like, super fast. And is faster than any other character. And I'm pretty sure that's mainly because he's not as strong as everybody else. Like, he's supposed to be like a joke character, kind of like Hercule. But he's nowhere near a joke. Like, oh man, it's definitely some it's some stuff I gotta get into. But he can use Sensu Bean as long as he has the 5 skill points, and it doesn't take long for that meter to build for him because he's considered a weaker character in the game. Now, some things that I think they could change about that. 1, lower his damage. This is an option. They don't have to do this. I don't even think they will, to be honest, considering this Tenkaichi, everything's pretty messed up. But it depends. It just all depends. One thing they could do, change his damage. Make sure he doesn't do as much, like that much damage to a character. He's not like Hercule. He does actually a ton of damage. He's more like a Roshi. He does the same level of damage as Roshi does, and that's insane to me because he's nowhere near Roshi's level, right? So he, like, Yajirobe should not be doing that much damage. I don't even think he should be doing more damage than Videl, but it's easy to pull this off of Yajirobe because he actually does a pretty decent amount of damage for a quote unquote weak character like him. That's the one thing. They can nerf his damage. 2, if they don't nerf his damage, then I think they need to take a look at the skill gauge, right? Like, take a look at his skill meter. Don't let him build that skill meter so fast. He builds it so fast. Like, he can get 5 bars like that. Like, it's not hard for him. In the moment you're not near him, you're too far away or something, it's gonna be crazy because he could just eat a Sensu Bean. Also, what helps out a lot too, because he gains his skill meter back so fast, he can just constantly use perception. He can constantly use revenge counter. Like I said, I'm gonna put a video of me fighting my homie, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about because it's insane. Like, it's definitely pretty cheap. Like, if you play with him a certain way, it could be cheap. I'm just gonna say this now. My homie Reborn, when he fought Thundamentals, there's literally only 2 options from what I've seen, from what we did and almost like got him. I ended up winning, but I think I had to lose to it like 3 to 4 times before I actually got it though, right? Same thing with Reborn. He came really close on his last time, but Reborn on his last time, he tried to just damage the hell out of him, like knock him back, hit him with a Kamehameha wave, hit him with all this different type of stuff, right? Like, if you could definitely try to like pour damage into Yajirobe and hope for the best that he just dies, right? But he's also a tank. He's pretty tanky. Like, he doesn't just take a crazy amount of damage, or like just like Hercule. Like, you could probably kill Hercule with 1 ult, or like a combo and all, right? You can't do that with Yajirobe. He's actually pretty tanky. Like, he's pretty beefy. So it's like, you know, you have to do more to damage him, which I also think they could nerf. Because if he's supposed to be one of those weaker characters, he should not be as durable as the other ones, as strong as the other ones. Like, there's just no way. So I find it crazy. And I've seen a whole bunch of people are taking Yajirobe on rank, so it's, how can I put it? Because I know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, oh, well, if you have a problem with it, then take Yajirobe and do the same thing back. But it's like, the game would be so boring. Like, when I put up this gameplay, y'all going to see what I'm talking about. Like, it's not, or actually, forget that. I'm going to have this gameplay playing in the background. It's not fun. Like, it's not as fun because, like, one, like I said, if you hit him, he has revenge counter. He could just keep doing it. Or he could just keep perception, like using perception against you, whatever it may be, right? I just find it nuts that he's able to use his skill meter like that. Like, if anything, they probably just need to nerf his skill meter so he doesn't get Sensu Bean back. But if you're pretty good at the defensive mechanics and all of that, all you need to do is just knock your opponent back one good time, heal, boom, he has full health. Yajirobe can keep doing this, and you will never reach his other characters. So like I was saying, my homie Reborn tried to pour a bunch of damage into him. He got really close. I think he actually killed him, but his characters on his team were so low that he couldn't really put up much more of a fight after that, because he had wasted all his efforts on Yajirobe. So then I was next to fight. It was my turn again. And I'm like, man, I'm watching Reborn's fight. And I'm like, I think I know what to do. The way I was able to win, I had to play the time clock. I had to make sure he didn't take out none of my characters, and I also beat Yajirobe, took out one of his characters. Because then right behind Yajirobe, he had a Gogeta and a TN. I was like, okay, if I'm going to play the time, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to try to fight and beat them. Like, there's just no way. But Yajirobe, I know I can definitely get him. There's another thing, too, that can help. If y'all switch out, I don't know if y'all are aware, but when you switch out, your characters get their health back. I don't know how much of their health they get back, but I think the longer they stay switched out, the more health they get back. I don't know if there's like a limit to that. I haven't really looked into it myself, but that's what I heard at least, right? So yeah, you can definitely get your health back. And honestly, that's what I had to keep doing. I just had to keep switching out, getting my health back, switching another character again, fight a little bit, do some damage to Yajirobe. It just came down to a point where I got Yajirobe health down, I stayed on him, and I just kept shooting him with Key Blast. By the time Gogeta came out, the time was about to run out. I just had to make sure he ain't killed none of my characters, and boom, like I won. Now, had he killed one of my characters, then it would end it in a draw, because it goes off the character feature. Like, if he lost one character, then I would win. But had he taken one of my characters, it would end in a draw. I'm like, man, it actually took for me to run the clock out and like hit him here and there, try to stay on him a little bit, but not pressure him too much, just to beat him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It took me to sit here and actually think about it and watch like all the other fights. I'm like, man, this is insane. Like, I wanted Thunder Mills to keep picking that team because I wanted to figure out how to beat it, just in case I ran into it on rank, because now I know what to do if I ran into it on rank. I just gotta take my time with it, like be super passive, and I suggest everybody else do the same thing as well. But like I said, nerf his damage. If you don't nerf his damage, then at least nerf his skill meter. If you don't do that, then make it to where we can hurt him more, like that he takes more damage, because he's honestly pretty tanky, bro. Like, you do a sparking combo until he's not gonna die. He's still gonna have like at least a decent bar. Now all the Yajirobe player has to do now is hit you far away enough, or get you far away enough from him, so that he like can just eat a sensu bean. Because by the time you get done comboing him and ulting him, he's gonna have 5 bars. He's gonna be able to eat that sensu bean again. So it's just something to keep in mind, man. Yajirobe is nuts. But that's pretty much all I really want to talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna have the video playing up in the background because this video actually ended up being longer than what I was expecting. Yeah, I hope y'all did really enjoy this video. I just wanted to give my insight and my opinion and my experience going through the whole Yajirobe thing, because I know a lot of people are starting to do that on rank now. And let me know if this helped y'all, man, because it was just a personal way. I like a personal approach I went about beating him. It's probably a million different ways to do it. It's probably some other characters I could have picked that could have been better for that fight, but that was just with the characters I had and the team I wanted to do it with. That's what I had to like do, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out here, or I am out of here, and I'll see y'all in the next one.